Thank you. Man. No, I haven't left. I was just. Both, yeah, both at 0. 0 from the weapons and 0 from character event. To get up. You already got the artifacts. I'm assuming you're gonna get the artifacts. So. Right. It's right. Right. So Navia doesn't rely on anything. The only thing she relies on is the crystals that you hit when you're using elementals. So you gotta rely on. She relies on elemental crystals. So if, yeah, but if you want to make it for her, attack is like your best option. The only the only artifact is the one that just came out for the dungeon, the new dungeon. The chalice, it might be, depending on what you're talking about. That's the cup. So yeah, you're gonna have to rely on that in order to do more extra damage. So crit rate and crit damage, don't worry about it. You should already know that by heart. It's, you have to be focused on the attack damage, and yes, if try to find a geo damage, you can find that in anything, in any artifacts. As long as you search it up, they will show you what artifact that has geo damage. So yeah, so full stack, you might get it. Anyway, be right back. Finally. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. Alright, alright. Alright, give me a minute. Hey everyone, this is ATM77 Alicia. Welcome to a live stream of Genshin Impact. And as like I promised, it is time we do Navia's story. And we did a test run of I can't wait to do that. I gotta check that out. We're gonna do Navia's story, Rose of Millefro, kind of like basically just a Rose of her life, and ever since, like I said, ever since the aftermath of the prophecy, and the damage is already done, but the recovery, both physically, but both the ship and everything else is okay, but mentally, that's the real challenge. Let's see what Navia can do. First thing first, I gotta do some dailies. I haven't done them and whatnot. Let's start bringing them in. Alright.
5-star. Because when I got the
okay.
no work, I'm like, what the fuck? That was weird. Of course, Geo.
Alright.
Guru.
General Duggo.
And Dumbass, I guess.
One. Who the fuck is that dumbass?
Yeah.
Please stab him for like 2 seconds. That's last.
I would love to replace.
I have to wait on the. I have to wait on for the banner history to reset or the reset, that way I can know how many or how much a percentage I got on Navia. Because since I lost, since I was, well, judging from what it said, I was actually two temples short of on the 50-50. So that made me prove that I was actually in. Because I remember serving right. I remember I was in the 60s, but that means I got to Nari on the 80s, and then judging from the last temples I did, which was four more. So that means I got Navia at least near the 120s, considering that. It means I got, at least I didn't get near hard pity. At least that's a good sign. But
yeah,
it still made me mad that I had to end up near there. But dang, 700, right? Not even with any artifacts right now. This is her stats right now. 11,161 max HP, 323 on the attack, exactly 700 on her defense. Like, jeez. That's how you know she has a lot of defense. Dang. My boo, she has a lot of defense. That means she's strong. Woman.
Oh, hello. What happened?
My dear Navia she has so high. She has a high defense, even though I have no artifacts on her yet. She has so much defense that proves that she's a strong woman. Now I'm scared about how her defense and attack are gonna be once I put artifacts and weapon on her.
Oh, hello.
Order guide.
Scared now. Scared.
Alive?
I'm scared. I have that feel fear.
Get out of here. There you go.
What did I do?
Not you.
You know, she didn't specify who. That's why I saw my bad. Like, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh, hello.
No, the one who made that voice.
Oh, Gary, when you did the bully voice. I'm scared. I laugh. It's a vulture. I laugh when I feel fear. I'm sorry, Joanna. It's a force of habit. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna give her, of course, due to my promise, I'm gonna give her the title shadow. I'm gonna give her that one. Because that's the only one I can give her, because that one and the, wait, where was the dragon spawn here? Oh no, I don't have it. I think I might have, oh yeah, that's right. I think I might have gotten rid of it.
What?
The dragon, the serpent spine, the serpent spine Claymore. I think I got rid of it. My bad. Yeah, I don't have it. No. It's not in my thing right here. So I think I might have did not. I think I did not have it. I think I got rid of it by accident. Oh well. Well, at least I still have the title shadow. I still gotta have that. Even though the thing, it depends on how it is. Because even though the ability it gives it, even though it's, it's the after wielder. Well, I mean, when she's healed, that means if I have a healer on my team, she'll still do a lot of damage. So Now, if I had gone either for Arena or Kokomi, I'm pretty sure I would have had a good advantage using Navia on the field. That's gonna, depending on whoever comes for a rerun next, either, that's actually, yeah, now I'm making confirm. Whichever one of the healers is gonna have a rerun, I'm going for them. So if you're free is gonna have a rerun, or if Kokomi's having a rerun, I'm gunning for one of them. No matter who it's from. Whichever healer I find, well, I'll take it. I'll take that. I want that on note, okay? Before I forget. So for Arena or Kokomi, whichever healer has their rerun coming soon, I'll be gunning for them. I'm probably might put. Let's see, judging from team wise, I might put her with. In the meantime,
remember, you're gonna need a crystal shards due to the fact that she needs, like, the bullets. That's the main reason. So you're gonna have to put a lot of crystal shards.
How do I do that?
If you need, first you need like elements, like water, like hydro, pyro, electro, something that will give her the hit the enemies enemies triggered. And for enemies, for bringing the crystal outs, there's a lot of characters that can fit that see it. If you have Yujin with holding her elemental skills, she can just get the crystal out carefully. You can use her too. Maybe we'll say you don't have to have the whole Geo. You just need at least one to at least give her the crystal shards. So people say Niguan is like the best option. I say Yujin can also fit. Albedo, Zhongli, because he makes the crystal come out. If you're looking for that quicker element, if you had Kokomi, that would have been easier. Yeah, but Raiden A can make it easier as long as you're hitting someone. Because that helps Navia. It will help Navia. All you gotta use is elemental skill, switch to Navia, use her elemental skill should just bring out, it will take out some couple of shards.
Okay, but that's the thing, because that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna probably put her on my main team that has my brother, Joanne's wife, your wife, because during the time I was just using Goro because I was over there in Inazuma getting some materials to ascend Kiara. I was trying to ascend her with the materials she needed, which she needed the same fruits that your wife needed to ascend. That's why I needed Goro, because he has the open world ability to where you can get
track down everything that's there.
Inazuma based materials, yeah. Which I did.
I didn't realize that.
You didn't know your brother had that ability? Joanne, you did not know that?
If I want to use them.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
my
your
God.
brother has that. Your brother has that talent to where you can find Inazuma base material while you're wandering on the map.
Gather.
On the map, it'll show
I
them.
use him in the artifact table, man. When I
Access denied.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're trying to, if right now whichever Inazuma character has not ascended yet,
Any character that knows the area from the nation they in, they will always show you where it's at.
yeah, because some of the nation-based characters that know their whole nation area in general will have that ability. Some depending on the character, and in this case, your brother has that ability. Your brother Goro has that the ability. To do
okay.
that. And I mean, like I said, I used him for that specific because I know he can help out. Cause I was trying to look back, like which character had that talent to where that could look for Inazuma based stuff, and I remember your brother has it.
General Dago, yes.
General Doggo. Yeah. So for the meantime, I'm gonna leave Navia on my main squad for the time being before I move her into a team that has the healer. Because I mean, Barbara can do it, but the thing is, Barbara doesn't do that much of a healing at the moment because due to her level and the.
Well, it's yeah, Barbara just basically for the healing for a short time, but it's how revive makes a cute excuse, and that's what people forget. Like, oh shit. But if you're looking, like I said, if you focus on elementals, minus healing, but also you need that elemental reaction for crystal shards. So yeah, once you get Kokumi, it does help not only for healing, but also for getting elemental crystals.
Oh, oops!
But if, like I said, if 2 elements, that's fine. But at least need another Geo just in case.
Add Astra
Because
Abyssosque.
people
Welcome
saying
to
even
the
though
Adventurers Guild.
on her own, she's more of an aggressor than a than shielding. So even if her own elemental skill is not gonna do enough damage, but her burst makes a good excuse for it to get the crystal shards. So that's what people saying having a backup Geo for guiding shards is not bad. So do not feel like some Geo doesn't have it.
Shit, that's.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
What the fuck happened?
Add Astra Abyssosque.
Oh no, freaking in the
Welcome
last
to the
wish.
Adventurers Guild.
I was trying to get.
Freaking on the vault, and freaking guy would give him the job and just stay in the middle and kill the knights, and the guy just left in the middle of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm like,
What the? What the? Wait, hold up a second. I'm confused there. I was confused. I got confused right there. I'm doing Ayaka's thing. I'm doing Ayaka's tryout.
Right.
Where you try like you're there. I hit a healing troll and he got launched off screen, like out of nowhere.
Wow.
I hit him and he got launched like off my screen. I was like, what the heck? What just happened?
Let me check my percentage, just in case. Bless you. Bless you. $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, $45. This would be 45.
You're not gonna waste my money. I've already wasted some. I already wasted most of what I had earned on the temple so you could get Navia. And it almost got wasted due to freaking Kainari. It almost did.
he almost got you a heart attack.
I cause when Luna saw what she said, I was thinking to myself, when she mentioned cute ears, in my head I was saying, wait a minute, there's only one character of a 5-star that has ears.
She said, is that a 5-star? Yeah. Like, you! It was so perfect.
No, because I was like thinking back of the thing, is that because I'm not... Cause
Out of all people, you. He makes everyone mad. He makes everyone mad.
I mean, I know his voice actor changed, but I just don't respect Tyler. No matter if his voice actor changed, I don't respect him.
It's just the character that just pisses you off. Like, fuck you.
Holding Candace's elemental skill causes her to deploy her shield, and once the duration ends, it will unleash different hydro attacks on opponents in front of her base. Based on whether it's fully charged or not. Parental burst deals hydro damage.
Well, she can aim her umbrella. That's what it meant.
No, this is Candace.
Oh, Kansas. That's the different one. Yeah.
I'm doing her trial again because back then when I first got her, even though I did it, I still couldn't understand her ability, so I'm trying to look at it now again, see how it is, what I missed when I read it. Her elemental burst deals hydro to nearby opponents and grasps the prayer of Crimson Crown.
Fun fact, they're going to give it to Bennett for that one. It says now, like, you know, all the fusion for Hydro, every character who has is around it has to deal Hydro damage, not the original elements. You're like, you know how you have put the last constellation for Bennett? They were going to switch it up and put him to have that immediately. So many people can stop holding on to his last constellations. Alright guys, without further ado, we're gonna start it off. Braving the ties together. Braving the ties together. Huh. Let's go. Let's go right. That's underneath, correct? Yes, it is underneath.
Okay, I got one of the artifacts for Jolene.
Alright, let's do this.
I didn't realize on her trial she actually has the catch that catch full on.
Yeah.
Which proves that that was actually her weapon.
No, just prove there's many weapons you can give her. Oh, wrong character. I forgot. Wrong characters. Alright, let's do story mode. Forgot the story team. I forgot this is not the main team.
Don't forget, I dragged down my weapon. Yeah, I got her a weapon.
Wait, whose?
Okay, so you know Draken's Hitel?
Yeah.
What shall we do?
And I'm Faria. She got Faria.
Fuck! Yeah.
I got her weapon. The Staff of Homer.
The staff of Homer Simpson.
I was not going for it. I was trying to get my husband weapon. I was expecting this weapon to be if I lose the 50-50 on Galen weapon banner.
Shut up, brain. Shut up, brain. We're not in the mood for that.
But I guess they gave me Galen weapon.
The Aqua Symmetry. Alright.
I gave it to John Wayne for the meantime because I don't
Story
have
team. So yeah, I already gave the Traveler the new and improved weapon from the story event, which that actually fits him. It actually feels like the beginning of the story, but then again, I digress.
Yeah,
Some characters haven't changed. What happened?
I got one artifact, a helmet, a hat
Of course.
for John Lee.
Mm-hmm.
The new artifacts to me.
That doesn't fit him, but okay.
I'm trying to test it.
Remember, he relies on HP.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a minute. Okay, so just to let you know, we're getting started with the other characters that we have. Jesus Christ. Other characters we have. For example, right now, the other two characters you should already know. Ember, Kokomi, we already know. And the artifact has not changed. In the other hand, we have the Traveler, which I will fix that because everybody shows the Serpent Fate. Let's try that out, actually. Because I gave him the main DPS, but we're going to try out that new artifacts. Oh. Matter of fact, since they're going to be here, just give me a minute. Alright.
What's up, what's up?
God fucking damn it.
Just to let, okay, just for them, not for you, but to you, ATM, that's actually a good reaction that I should have had for what happened to me a while ago. So thank you for pointing that out, Seth. Thank you.
Fuck!
You don't even know why it's funny or why.
Lost 50-50, you got Tainari, got 3 fucking Candice in a row.
God damn, I thought you didn't even look in the chat. Ah, you could have just looked away from there.
Ooh, okay. That's your charge.
Could have just looked away. That could have been an obvious.
You got 3 Mama Spheres in a row.
Yeah, and
I forgot. That's how meme. I forgot.
Yeah, remember Max Constellation. She's at Max Constellation now. Candace is at Max Constellation. I didn't know that. I thought I only had gone only her alone, but then I remember I did get a few of her constellations beforehand. So yeah, I did get her constellations, but now she was at Seek 3 at the time. But do gain 4 of them, I basically got her a max plus a few extra, just a few more extra star glitters along with it too, just for freebies. I got lucky. So lucky me.
Motherfucker!
Because the thing is, just in case I tried to use my money to buy more primos, I actually got Luna to actually keep me from doing that. She was basically I asked her to be my enforcer in case if I messed up or tried to, she. But then what had happened was I did the last few remaining of my temples on the banner. And I managed to get a few more. I think had like down to 8, but then I had enough star glitter due to Rosaria and Candace, so thank you for them. And that was enough. And I got a few more star glitters to buy a few more faith to allow me to do another temple, which let me with 1 more temple and then 3 single pulls. So when I did the temple, a gold popped up again. So I was like, oh yes. But then again, I remember there was one time they still gave me a default 5-star once before during a guaranteed, and I had to wait until pity rule for that to happen. But this time I didn't, so I got Navia in the end. And then I used my last 3 single pulls on the weapon banner to see if maybe my percentage could go up or I could get lucky and get 5-star. The first single pull I did, it said gold already. I was in my head like saying, oh my goodness, if I had gotten her weapon right away when I had a hard time getting Navia, I'm done. But unfortunately, no. No, I ended up getting Ayaka's weapon, the 5-star, the Mind Splitter Reforged. So I already had I already confirmed this with ATM and Joanne. This is my commitment now that I'm gonna be doing now. Due to the team I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna make another team involving Navia as one of my main starters in the team. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try. So whichever healer, healer pops up, either it's gonna be Farina or Kokomi, I'm gonna gun for them. No F's given. I will gun for them because at this point there's no other 5-star that I'm interested in at the moment. So they're gonna be my main 2 that I'm gonna go after next. So if Arena's gonna have another rerun, maybe later in these few next updates, or later, or Kokomi, whichever one, it doesn't matter who it is. I'm gonna go for them because I'm gonna go for I need a healer. I need a 5-star healer on my team, and I think those two will be the best efficient ones to help out. And then same apply with Ayaka. Since I have her weapon now, I'm gonna go for her when she gets another rerun. Because this time I don't think I'm gonna be able to get her on this rerun and I'm not gonna waste my money this time. So yeah, so I'm gonna wait until the next rerun she gets. Then I'm gonna go for her. That's the commitment I made to myself. Okay, just letting you know that. Yeah. So this time I'm basically trying my best to save money this time, and actually trying to keep my best of being efficient of what I should do with my choices.
Perfect. Okay, this is good. All right. Now then, is this correct?
Yeah, like it is for me. I'm already starting to still do more catch up on the story shit. I'm already in the prison, so I'm almost sooner getting out.
Are you just getting into the prison, or you're already doing a few things in the prison already?
Already doing a few things.
Okay, good.
My days.
To be honest, I said this is what I was gonna do originally. This was the plan. I was gonna do your plan where I do Navia's story quest first, then go for the banner. But in my head, knowing how much time I have and knowing how long story quest takes a long time, almost near an hour, depending on knowing me how long it takes for me to finish it. Yeah, I don't think I was gonna be able to. That's why I went straight for the banner right away instead. But no, because what happened was I made Luna close my eyes or cover my eyes so I wouldn't see which 5-star I get during when I was about to get near the temple. But right when Luna
like, hello there. He just annoyed the shit out of you. Just annoyed the shit out of you, and he just did it. Oh my days. Kenobi. Anyway. All right.
It's over. You gave me the game, and I love you so much. From the guy who played before you, and not the guy after you.
I was right there. So
the way how
Alright. Alright guys, so we made it. Let's see what's going on here.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
Hmm?
That voice! It's Navia! I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
No plan to just getting our dailies does and adventure.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
What does this mean that was affected one too?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Oh, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then?
And then, since Malus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick.
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Let me just shorthand his symbols next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, want to come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I mean, interesting to take a look.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Sure, sounds good to me.
All right, follow me. I'll take you there.
Okay, what the hell is that gold? Okay. Alright, so something about that is really off guard. I'll put them in the bed, but we're going to just listen to the story. Huh.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
Spina was one of the main sponsors for the... Alright.
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Oh, there's something big also wouldn't have been just his call.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah. because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Oh, okay. So there, he's going somewhere.
ATM.
Yeah.
It'll be a while
Okay,
before we get to
I thought you still had us muted.
Let's keep talking.
Hmm.
No, because he said he had to
Navia,
go.
what was your mother like as a person?
Hmm.
That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
That's all right.
Oh, okay.
I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Normal attack and
While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. Sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
You really missed them.
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past.
Fair enough there.
But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Understandable.
We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
Hello.
Catwalk in the stream, but I knew something. I recognized that.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right?
She always has been to couple with one thing or another. She seems to be merging. She always have been having a court with one thing or another.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Remember me.
Remember me, okay. Yeah. That's why I say your name. Cat, what goes the stream? Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, Spinadilla. Oh, the last time we got here, the whole shit took a lot of damage. So you wonder how result it's now. Poisson. A little upgrade. I mean, the boot has been upgraded. Huh.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
Yep. Jen's phone.
Basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus, and everything they did.
Me?
Hold a thought.
I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, if that was the... Hi! Even I haven't... I think it'd just be a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Why do you use electric traveler?
We can ask the sculptor to start looking
The
for a good
hydro...
block
Okay, I'll explain that in a bit.
For Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus.
Okay, so I'm gonna let let's just let him finish the story. The hydro character really reduced the health, and when I saw that, when the very beginning when we saw it, I felt like, okay, it didn't help a lot. I mean, even with the artifact I just got, it doesn't help him. During this time, I'd rather have him with HP than losing HP. But there's great other characters that make good excuses for their HP and then gain it back. So I decided to just keep him Electro. I mean, Danjo is also good, but I already got Kale for that. But since I'm doing story, I'm just doing this for now.
But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Tati, what are you doing?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
That's...
Alright, well, I'll do what I can when I get back.
Alright.
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Okay, so a few people are doing some stuff. Jay's just in camp.
Got any ideas?
Shouldn't you be running this show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone.
That explains.
So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Okay, then let's try for something impulsive. Okay, then let's try looking
The new
into.
5 stars voice is annoying.
No, she's not. Knock it off. Imposing. Okay. Huh. How can I put this way? Her father. Her father was basically didn't give. Well, her father was very restricted sometime, but her mother was more carefree. Okay, let's try to look out into. Okay, I'm choosing this.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Okay, that didn't go well.
You really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate. Look over there, my dear Clementine.
Okay, Paimon, you dickhead.
But there's something off with the...
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Okay, fair enough. Totally different.
Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat.
But then, since we're put...
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Okay then, let's try something imposing.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
I'm taking that picture. that actually is something I would put that in my wall. Okay. Before we start anything, Navia has been with us during our journeys. If you have played the game, Navia has been with us through these journeys, and Navia has been very focused on how, not only in Spinaduna but Fontaine as well. In character wise,
voice is annoying.
now Paimon's voice. That's Paimon. Let's move on over that. Navia has been through her life for years. This is basically more focused on trying to understand her, not only about her, but her family. We already know more information about her father because her father was being accused of what happened during the death of her, death to him, causes his death. That he knows something that he couldn't even tell. During the time of Fontaine, during the story, if you have seen it, is that he decided not to do a court case and decided to die in battle. That was the only way he would felt like that was the only choice. But then again, we're gonna let that.
Pose. It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
Cute.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
So, happy pose.
Happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Can one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
Are you gonna do the whole Intifada quest?
They're trying so hard. Okay. Are you going to do the whole quest?
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Cute.
I'll be back.
Alright.
Sorry about spelling.
That's fine.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
She always believed that her father just was always a good person.
That's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me. And she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift, but I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
What's being a dude that has been through?
The new 5-star emoji star looks
Navia!
harsh, but she has a slow
Guess
life.
who's back?
Obvious.
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh,
I'm
well,
next.
if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought.
Okay. I just got a new the new 5-star looks push pose, but she has to slow
Her
add.
wellness.
Oh, I mean her wellness.
After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You'd say that familiar
Well then.
briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled
Don't worry,
fish.
take your time when
I
you.
dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
Okay, take your time typing, because I know you're trying to say. I'm like I understand, but at the same time I'm also trying to understand the story. We're gonna test out her character again, because this isn't the story
It's
this time.
good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Let me introduce you. This is
My
Coulter,
spelling sure
another of
sucks.
Spina di Rosula's members.
It happens to
He
everyone.
was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Does suck.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the Primordial Sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean
Sorry.
Mr. Marcel
It's all right.
was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Well, credits to Paimon.
Wait, now you suddenly resist taking a dig at Paimon?
Nice, nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were
My
gone.
phone ad works sometimes.
As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Malus. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey! Keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Oh, okay, so that explains why. So they were kind of like brothers in arm. So Malus and Coulter was the brothers in arm.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, this is basically, now we got, so this is just more of these characters from Spinadula, or Poisson. Okay, now I'm starting to saying that right. But during the time of their struggles, like, not only the struggle before the golden age of how her father was, but a lot more. According to how Collar was never noticed, that according to the investigation, Marcel couldn't control himself because he was trying to, close quote, try and bring back his beloved wife. But though we found out that was a setup, and Marcel, or who you go by another name, suffered the consequences. Just to show you, Kama's a bitch when you get caught.
Why are you using the Traveler?
Okay. So I have certain teams in certain situations. One is since we in story, I go for the story team. And this is the main group of the story team. When I'm not doing story team, I can start using other stuff. My main team, the powerhouse, and other team that I'm searching and building on to see what helps on certain characters. So since we're doing story team, this is the team I'm going for. The Traveler is the main character to his entire life, because remember, we're not here, we're not from Tavat. We're from a different planet or different universe that's not supposed to be here. So in truth, we're using we ourselves as a record to remember both the cause of the battle and the aftermath of it. So I'm using that for him for now. The bow has not changed ever since, but the damage has been due. Alright. Last time we went here, we did Farina's story, and the results was kind of the same. Where's that at? Son of a bitch. I'll worry about that later. For now. Navia explains everything about what happened recently in the car.
All of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
I had not personally all those events. I would also find them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabrières is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Romeu? Okay, that name sounds
Not a name
familiar.
I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Okay, so now we understand more information between Romeu and Marcel.
And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time that this like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last
The
hope
new
of
5-star
reconciliation
dress
was
design
gone.
is copied a bit from Turiness.
No, I don't see it.
Farina.
Oh, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Move along.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
So, Romeo is the most bigger problem.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with
They're
how
both the
distracted
same
and
at the
vulnerable
back.
we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even
And
now.
a bit out front.
I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We want to see how it cheers up.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Let's clear out this head real quick. So, the way how it feels, it seems to be that we're not done yet. Although we got rid of Marcel because he's just trying to get back to his beloved wife like a crazy maniac, keeping on everyone. Also try to keep that Navia just to complete it, or tried to, but failed. From Romeo, this sounds fishy. Very sounds fishy. More questions than answers, but at least more information. Are we in Poisson? Mandiando. Yeah, we in Poisson, but we gotta go up top. Ah! This hurts me. Dies. Better do the shortcut route. My buddy says, that's weird how old enemies still continue to be a more threat to Spinadula.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Yeah, you've been in prison from Merapi for a long time. Tita's about we've been in prison before, but we need to figure out what's the plan of Tentalia disappearance, but that didn't go well. We planned it. Where the I'm not even gonna try to figure out what the hell's that at.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built,
I'm
we
in the
often had to
shore.
hike north with our goods, then
You're in
catch
the
a
shore.
boat to the court.
Hmm.
Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous,
Sorry.
and everyone had the chance.
No
to
worries, no
strike it
worries.
rich.
I'm just
So of course, we all worked really hard.
listening to the story. Like, I'll make this explain. Like, listen to the story and listen what these people are saying. Because remember, some of these characters got good infos about not only about Navia but other characters. Like, whatever is your favorite character, you also got to understand to listen to these characters because you gotta. I see as put in their point of view. Okay. Like I find this is what I like about stories is that you gotta understand their point of view and you gotta put in their shoes. Why? What makes them dumb? What makes dumb different or unique from other characters? Like Navia, had kept an eye on for this entire story. She's been helped us for many years, including for the Children of the Hearth. And then we helped her out with her father's case for many years, and we solved that one. But now we're getting more deeper into it. So this is very interesting.
And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
So this is the one for Spinadula. I don't really think that it was a
Okay,
bad thing,
sorry.
though. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay. This seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Should I guess them?
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for...
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Yeah, he still has the same behavior as Melusa has. Cause Melusa is very fucking quick when it comes to sugar and whatnot. And silver sometimes. Hey! Oh, for fuck's sake! Why you come over here and fucking? Oh. Great. See what happened, bud? See? Okay, good.
Hey, go!
Ow, idiot. Hold this. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. Gear Chronicles. Even though we have... Okay, let's recheck. I do have a... Ay, coño, that hurts. That was my hair. Ow. Let's recheck something. Alright. Yeah, I have enough materials for... Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Ooh. Let's see how many in case. Oh. Always make sure you play the characters. Go on, you. There's one. I always collected these.
Ah, how did it go? Did you...
How many? Really? At least give it like at least 10 to make it easier.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There are still some important things that we must do.
Yeah, I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
That was right.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
That's your stomach talking, Paimon.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
Fair enough. Huh? I thought I just heard something just now. Yeah.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join us.
Cheers.
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Check on Adele. Okay, you got to admit, the music from Fontaine is very amazing. Like, you have to realize that too much information in my brain right now. Alright, let's head to Adele, see what's going on. So far, we understand some of it, but it is more information we need to find. If Ramon has been keeping himself in stealth on a low profile, we should have been knowing him by now, but even characters like that, you gotta really pay attention.
Inconfused.
Foxy, welcome to the stream! Okay. I was like, what's the commotion about? But okay. Close line. Alright.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The
I
demoiselle of
don't
Spina
know
de
what I
Rosula.
shall do.
I must say, your generous
I don't know what
thinking
should I
is just
do.
the one thing keeping
Just
it
say
from
hello.
going
At least you said
bankrupt.
hello, man. Anything troubling you?
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, That's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than
Navia
taking the
seems
first step
strong,
on
but
a
in
new
saving
journey.
for someone, but I went Navia. I don't know. What should I do?
Navia seems strong, but I'm saving for someone, but I want Navia. Okay, if you're trying to pull for a
Boss has got
character.
a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Fair enough. Okay, what character are you trying to go for, Foxy?
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
Shogun.
Oh, rate a name.
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me.
In back.
After we cleared her father's name,
Welcome back,
she
Cat.
became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa. So, as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well.
Someone is watch following
But
us.
the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
This time I'm on computer.
Oh, okay. Alright. The two of you have a with similar.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't in here or anything.
Is something up, Traveler?
Follow me.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Just what I expected. You guys are smart, but not stupid.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Be careful what you wish for. Anyway. Okay, now we can test out Navia. Yep. Let's do this. Really, dude? Idiot.
Solidify.
Alright. Navia. There you go.
Hey there!
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so it does work. Alright. So I was right. So you don't okay. So I was right the whole time. Alright, girl. Chill. Don't care about the noblest set. Doesn't help. Doesn't count. So the new artifacts is going to help Navia. Alright. Let me explain what happened just now. So I did test it, so it is confirmed. You don't have to twist different elements. You done, idiot?
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize your situation, and you don't escape.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered, and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are...
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you need to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You follow us all the way here. There's more of this. There's more into this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too.
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Paimon. Okay. Huh. So we got the uniform. Okay. I'll let that slide. You know who you are. I like the name. So, no. Good name. Good name. I'm not arguing. Good name. Well done. Well done. Well done. I would just read that. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. How interesting. It's in the same checkup. Ooh, okay, this thing's perfect middle. Make sure. Yep, we clear. this just every time I'm here, it just reminds me of Jack and Daxter. I don't know why. It's just like my brain remember a Jack and Daxter game.
The waterway here is too small.
Okay, let's see what we got. I'm gonna tell you in a bit, Foxy. I'll help you out with that real quick. I'll explain which one you want.
Back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendra? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia!
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Alright. So let's hold on to this real quick. So you want to go for Raiden A, which is that's good. I mean, Navia is also good because Navia basically relies on the crystal shards, and when I was testing it, that was she based it on. But if you're trying to look for artifact wise, focus on if you attack damage might be suitable. And Navia can play both DPS and support. That same thing goes to Raiden A. She plays more DPS and support, but many people more focus on her as an aggressor. She plays more of a focused DPSer than a support. Because for support, she just all you gotta do is rely on her elemental skill. And I already have Raiden A. I just don't have her weapon, which I'm gonna. If I get her main weapon, then yeah, that's gonna be a switch. I will have to give her the new one soon, but. Would you recommend her? Full stack. 94! Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to... I gotta get some good artifacts. I'm gonna have to remember what she relies... Matter of fact, let's read... Oh, shit, don't tell me you need charging! Yes, you do. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's head to the location she's telling us. Hi, little one. Huh. Sit inside. Okay. Even though we meant to do that, but then again. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we wait for. No characters like that one. Huh. Die down.
Hello? Are you asleep yet?
Navia? Did something happen?
Oh no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Oh, we'll come.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
You're good.
Don't worry. You don't have to do any actual fishing if you're too tired. Just think of it as keeping me company. How does that sound? Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Navia is a very interesting character. She's a very interesting character. You can't... Huh. Let's go over here and make it easy to teleport. So I was right. So doesn't matter if you have the same
I think Navia is knock of Diluc.
I think Navia. Possibility, yeah. Well, that's also help. That could also help. She can work together with Diluc with that, based on her skill. More testing for me to build characters. Now, if I can get Navia, then I will do more testing. But then again, my percentage is not too good. I'm at what, 40% now? Yeah. The one thing I like about when you're in the sea, some of these sea creatures, they don't bug you, unlike the slimes. Oh, that explains. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna get interrupted? I'm gonna be livid. Never mind.
Ayaka is better than Navia.
Ayaka is better than Navia. When it comes to DPS, yes. But Navia has, remember, Navia has a good skill, good talent and skill. Just don't fall asleep on certain characters.
When you're using a fully automatic rod.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know,
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
I Paimon method, but manually in my way. Automatically is more effective.
That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Oh, poor Paimon.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina.
Mother?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malus and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
It must still be really hard for you.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
Come on. Finally catching. Huh. For the rest of the night, for the 18. Navia quite upset about her bad luck, but it only when you begin to head up that Paimon discovers the real reason to this mysterious of why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
What is it that bugs you?
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts...
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
See you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow.
Something's up, and I don't like how...
How was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was.
Huh.
And just where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Paimon, there are times you need to keep your mouth shut. But the lovable Paimon. Something's up. He knows something. Yeah, still. An old grudge from the old past. And yet still hold this old grudge. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, we're in Poisson, and let's see what's going on.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just
sorry,
Miss
I gotta
Navia
go. I like the stream. I will watch you next video live stream. Bye.
Okay, alright, Kat. Take it easy, man.
Oh, it's alright. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed.
See ya, Kat.
Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're
Never
still
mind
part
him
of the
back for
family.
some resin.
What happened?
Boss!
We got...
Huh? Is something up, Laurent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean...
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
We had to stop them.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Okay, they're crossing the line.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeu too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you. Now, Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melusa and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Melusa was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Melusa as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia. And my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her. And that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Melusa would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Alright. Good night, boys.
With rocks. Watch out!
Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly. And don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Shortly while on the other side, and the other, you and Paimon just dash into the entry of Paswang.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
You're gonna really interrupt me, huh? Off. John Lee, time to go to work.
I will have order.
Get out of my sight. Are you gonna follow me, prick? So that's why.
Lightning flash.
Nice.
Stabilize.
So this is what they're using.
This is
out of my way.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
What is this?
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Or maybe a emergency switch.
That certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find. Let me turn this guy over. Ugh, he's super heavy. He could probably eat a whole Paimon just for breakfast.
Shut up, Paimon.
Fontaine is my fab place.
Fontaine is my favorite place. That's good. Huh.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
You okay?
This is brutal on a freaking Queen's Walk now.
Another cat.
Moon's cat, welcome to the stream, bud.
That should do it, right? Navia and
So there's on
Flora
the
should be
Queen's
able to
Walk and
relax
it's
now.
just,
Hello.
We should still check out the other perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere too. Let's go.
I'll have to hop back in there with them, so
They detonated! You bastards!
They're gonna bury Poisson!
Yeah! Avalanche! Where rocks, that is.
This stream ain't too big enough for the two of us
Just
tag
leave the
along.
rest to me.
Alright, enough.
Look, I'm doing this the Spina way.
Nice. Okay, Navia.
Because.
Nicely done.
Thinking is for nerds. Let us fight to the death.
Jesus. Two cats.
Okay, I was her first.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
Looking a little pale.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but
Don't
my
worry
name
about
is
me.
longer, which by the logic of bigger
But
number
you
better
usually
person
glow up
means I
whenever
win.
other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission.
Means cat is a dumb
If he
name.
sent literally everyone he had,
Alright, you two, knock
also
it
means
off.
We've caught them all too. We won't have.
Got it. That's good at least.
Sad.
Alright, you two cats, knock it off.
Coulter, I can understand how you feel.
Too far, dude.
The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone, but I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew.
Mooncat, you're also a cat as
I will
well.
spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula.
I said I'm sorry.
Once
It's
you
okay.
discharge
It's
from
okay.
the
You're good.
fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting
I am
rebuilt
also
anytime
feeling
soon.
some form of regret.
If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay, everything will be fine.
These voice actors really poured their heart out.
You gotta give them respect. You gotta give every character, the voice actor, respect.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
Bruin trying to
Traveler,
listen to story. Be
I
quick,
want to
please.
ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
Traveler. Thank you, Zach.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
Let's be real. Navia's been a
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's
Moose
true.
Cat is quiet, yay.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, y'all both have to name cats. But they're overall, like I said, I'm gonna make this easier. Feel free to ask any questions when we're done with the story. But that's because I will never hear you doubt yourself before. Let me hear that.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
This is so sad.
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Huh. Why do I get the feelings down below? Why is I mean down though. Oh, here we go again into Pashuang. You gotta admit, like, if y'all got like, Cat, I know you have played it. Mooncat, if you have played Genshin Impact, but you do admit yourself, the name of these places, the name of them is going based on France, based on, like, you gotta give them respect. They really worked their butt off to make these traditioning way. Okay, this is what I love about this, is we have to understand we're not the only places. Like, Fontaine is based off France, and the way how they pronounce it is very unique. It just surprised me. When we first went to Liyue, we already knew the names, some of these new words we never heard. When we first went to Liyue, we understand these new words and what they mean. Some new places. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Chinese fan. I love China's stories, including their history. Now, I'm a big fan of Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So once I heard of Liyue, I was looking forward to it. But along the way, I started understanding more of other places. Imazuma, based of Japan. Sumeru is based of Middle East, which is fantastic. And then right now we're in Fontaine, based of France. It's amazing, like, you hear the names and what it means and what these characters based off on and what they're representing of. And it's just amazing. Like, Hoyoverse has done a fantastic job. If you live in that certain region,
Mondstadt is London made.
True, that is true. If you live in the place, like, if you live in, like, let's say, if you're a person who lives in France, and you play Fontaine, you should already knew what these means to you. But also understand, you should also know about other regions as well. And it's fantastic, no matter what. Oh shit. So this is a surprise.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town.
Onezuma is
We were
China.
originally planning to show it to you once it was finished.
No, Imizuma is based on Japan. Liyue is based on China.
But
Once you find out.
special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
But they showed.
Really?
Wow! Wow! That is true. That looks amazing! So that's her mother. She looks like her mother. That's amazing.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records.
Oh, shit.
As well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow. This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in, guarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
She has her mother's... That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. Wow. We'll talk to her in a bit. Hold on, girl. Hold up. I need to take a picture of this. I'm sorry. This freaking hit me.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift of the town, people.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all.
Okay, I gotta say that picture of her father, her mother, and... Okay, there is 2 more lines there. Let's hear what the other 2.
It seems like looking back on it, I'm
About
honestly
Clementine.
embarrassed by... You know, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
One more.
It seems like looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay. But please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it.
Okay, fine. I will spare you the trouble. Honestly, I can see it. You guys y'all guys in the chat, you tell me. I can see what she got her mother's face. She has her mother's face, and she has like more narrowed down her father's hair, so that makes sense. There are times that we have to pay attention to our kids. So sometimes you gotta pay attention to your nephews or your nieces, cause you can tell by the facial who they look like. Navia, you do look like you have your mother's beauty and passion, but you have your father's determination. Be proud of that. Hello, kitty. Calm down. Alright, let's see how many pulls we can pull. Let's do YOLO, because this was a good story. Okay, not get shit. That is fine. That is fine. We're not worried. I'll probably do that later. Alright. I'll let you rest for a bit, Navia. Alright, final thoughts. Now, I do this, for those who are new, I do this mentionally, I do this always when we do stories, even from the main story or character stories. So, when I always do this is also kind of me wrapping up too, but this is my final thought. Let's do this right now. Put thinking in my head. And there you go. For Navia, being throughout this entire life, throughout the entire event, this is basically more focused on the past and why many people like herself refuse not to let go of the past. There are even times for us we cannot accept the past. It's just that it felt like we still missed that old era of how it used to be, how crazy and dangerous it is. But there are times that we also gotta regret. We also have consequences in our errors. For us, we had to remember. For me, this is what I would see is accepting the new era, whether it comes for good or for worse. Like I'm gonna say this in my point of view. I'm a '90s boy. I'm a '90s baby. I love the 90s. The 90s was my era, and I still love it. I always remember how it was, what it was great, how so many stuff and products was in that era. Then yes, there was also some dangerous thing in that era. But we also have to move on. For us, this is a message we have to figure out is, let's remember what we used to done, and we can talk about our past, but we have to move forward in our brighter future. Let's put this, I'm gonna put this in a way that Lord Saladin, okay, long story short, I played Destiny 2, and the Iron Banner is like the best example for this, because there's an old line, and I'm gonna take that line from it. In order to move forward to the future, we have to pay our respect from the past. What it means is the past, the people that this ain't church. Even though, well, this is my final thought. So we're not talking about church. So basically, what it means is we got to understand our past. People from the 90s, 80s, 70s, because they were seeking for a future as well for us, and we had to do it for them as well. Navia has understand the most of it. She understands her father wants to see a better future. Same thing to her mother. At the end of the day, Navia, be happy. And you should always be happy. Anyway, that's my final thoughts. I'm gonna end it here, guys. This was a fun journey.
History.
Pass. Well, that's your problem. That's your problem alone. I love the errors. Sometimes I hate it, but it was a raw ride. But in any case, I'm gonna end it here, guys. I don't know when we're gonna get the Rose and Musket by any chance, but if it does, I will let you know. I will try to live stream it. But in any case, I will end it here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next stream, and like always, subscribe. This is ATM 77 Unleashed. The channel has been unleashed. You live and you learn. Take care, everyone. Bye.